Anthony, make them look good. If you're going to take pictures, you better make them look good. Guys at Asbury and DER, you're welcome to lunch back there. It's just for you guys. That lunch is just not for press. It's for you guys too. If you want to eat now or after you come up on the podium. So we'll continue this morning with the Guntersville Wildcats, the dean of Marshall County coaches now. 15 years, I believe. 15 years and what, 34 at Guntersville. So Coach Lance Reese, the Guntersville Wildcats coach, if you'll let them introduce themselves or you introduce them, then some opening comments from you about this year's Wildcats team.
Okay.
Morgan McCauley, senior, right guard.
Avery Clifton, senior, inside linebacker.
Trayvon Avery, senior, wide receiver and safety.
Nelson Dova, senior, running back.
We appreciate you having us out today. Glad to have this event here in Guntersville at the City Harbor. And everybody can see this great facility. But had a great season last year, making it to the semifinals. And you mentioned I've been around for a long time. Some games stand out to me. The third round of the playoffs when we hosted Pleasant Grove at home, the entire community came out. We had a huge tailgate and had a big win. But just for these guys to see how much support we get from the community, to me, was really big. And anytime you come off a season like we had last year, there's always great expectations. We lost a number of good seniors from last year's team. I think they won 40 games and 5 playoff games in their career, but we're excited about the group we've got back. We did an old school traditional spring training where we went out in full pads. The main reason we did that is because we have to replace 3 offensive linemen and 3 defensive linemen. To me, you can't really work those linemen without pads on, but felt like that was very beneficial to us. This summer, we spent more time concentrating on the passing game, going to a lot of 7-on-7s. I'm big in the summer on getting all of our special teams in, so we did that as well. Looking at our team, a lot of people are going to notice that we're replacing our starting quarterback. Eli Morrison did a really good job. We've got Street Smith coming in. And Street's a guy that played a lot of snaps for us. I say that Street's a football player that happens to be playing quarterback, and I mean that as a compliment. He played some as a freshman. Last year he played by half the games. He played a little bit of quarterback, but he played outside linebacker, played safety. So he's certainly not new to the game. So he's had a really good summer, and these guys know what it takes and kind of know the tradition we've got here. We're excited for another season of Wildcat football.
Coach, you said you lost a number of seniors. Talk about the number of seniors you have coming back, maybe the number of starters you have coming back on both sides of the ball for us.
Sure. We've got 18 seniors returning. We've got 15 juniors. Offense, we've got 7 starters coming back, and on defense, we've got 6 starters coming back. So we've got a good nucleus, and we're excited about them.
Hey, Coach, good to see you, man. Guys, good to see y'all. I did want to ask, you have never shied away, and your program's never shied away from expectations, right? I did want to ask, just as you kind of get out of spring training, getting ready for fall camp in the season, how excited are you about the opportunity and the prospects of what could be a historic season, a big season for this program, considering what you have coming back?
Yeah, like you mentioned, when you make it to the semis, there are always going to be expectations, but for us, we try to just be the best team we can be. We don't set a number of goals to win one more or to go undefeated, because we feel like at Guntersville, if we played our potential, we should have a chance to win every game. So we can't do that focusing on our opponents. We've got to focus on us. So just like we have in the past, we're going to try to be the best team we can be, and if we do, we feel like we can have a good season.
Hey guys, good to see you. Coach, 15 years now with the Guntersville Wildcats. You've seen a lot of talented athletes come through, a lot of great teams over the years. What is kind of sticking out to you about this year's group? Maybe that's something they're doing on the field, or maybe that's something off the field that you want us to know about, kind of what stands out to them.
You know, each group's different, and I'll say this for my coaching staff. Coach Kennedy, the offensive coordinator, has been with me for all 15 years. Coach Thomas, the defensive coordinator's been with me for 11. Coach Cahill, who's the special teams coordinator, has been with me for 11 years. And I feel like that they do a great job. Even though I've been here for 15 years, we're going to change what we do every year to fit the talents of our team. We've had a number of great running backs in the past, but this year we feel like we've got 2 running backs that need to be involved. We've got a number of skill guys. We've got 3 receivers that are 6'4" or better, and then so we've got to utilize those guys. And I feel like our assistant coaches do a good job. We're not just going to go out there and do exactly what we did last year, made it to the semis. We're going to try to change what we're doing to meet the talents of this group. Defensively, probably not as big as we've been in the past, but we might have more speed. So Coach Thomas has got to take advantage of that athleticism and have the best defense we can have.
Coach Reese, you and I have interviewed. I've been with you about those 15 years and more. And I want to say, and the folks that are in the media here, there is not a coach for an interview that is more prepared when I walk in there to talk to you than you are. And you do a fabulous job for us, the media, but also in preparing your team. But you are also the most consistently winning coach in all of North Alabama. What's your secret?
You know, I'm fortunate to be at a school like Guntersville, and the tradition of Guntersville means a lot to me. I got hired by Phil Lazenby, I think it was 1991, and he's still coaching. And coached with Jay Brown, coached with Phil Isom, who did a great job, and I still think the world of him. So to me, the tradition of Guntersville football means a lot to the community, and I think these guys know what the standard is coming in from freshmen, and now they know they've got to set the standard for the group behind them. So I take a lot of pride in being the head coach at Guntersville. I want to keep that tradition going.
Guys, just talk a little bit about how you feel like the squad y'all put together this season stacks up to the one from last year.
I think we're pretty well-rounded this year. We got some new guys coming in, and we're just putting in a lot of work and getting better every day.
I think the difference from last year was everybody knew the expectations because we didn't really have that many seniors leave last year. And this year, we got new guys coming up, stepping up to the plate and taking over the position and knowing what they have to do, and everybody committing as a team.
Yeah, the difference from last year and this year is just so we had a lot of guys leave and like the skill position, and they just came in, and you know, the younger guys to get in there and you know, see what it's like and get their feet wet and stuff. So like that's what we've really been working on this whole summer.
Yes, sir. Obviously, we've done a great time. We've done a great job, but our goal is just to be the best team that we can be so we can win as many games as possible.
Coach, you have a lot of great things going on at Guntersville right now with the new high school. You made a deep run last year. You got a nucleus coming back. I don't know how you're going to spread the ball out. You got so many weapons, but what is the number one thing in your mind that you got to do to get this team ready to play? There's so many distractions with a new season. You got a school going up. You got expectations. You made a deep run last year. As a head coach, what do you got to do to get these guys dialed in to get what you need done to not only go back as far as last year, but even further?
Yeah, we do have a number of talented guys coming back. And the last thing I said to them today was we know we're going to play a very talented Southside team to start the season, but we're going to worry about Southside that week before. We've still got to continue to be the best Guntersville team we can be. And that goes along with our coaches. We're still trying to find ways, like you said, to utilize these 2 running backs, to utilize these receivers. We lost E.J. Havis, who was our 3-year starter at inside linebacker and made all of our calls. Avery's got to step up and do that. And I've got a lot of confidence in Avery. I still coach inside linebackers, so he's got to do a good job, but all the guys on defense have got to have confidence in him. Morgan is a returner on the offensive line. Who cares how many skill guys you've got back if those linemen don't do their job? We've really only got one guy that's going to play both ways, and that's Trayvon Avery. He's going to play receiver and safety. A great athlete. I'll say something about E. Nelson down here. Coming into last season, we had Julian Jordan, who had a lot of press and pulled his hamstring at South Alabama camp literally the week before we started. He's a guy that made the most of his opportunities. He had 1,400 yards, never fumbled the ball in 14 games. So we're going to have the same type of effort out of these guys to have a successful season.
For the players to your right over here, guys, everybody has sort of highlighted the success of last season, trying to translate that to this season. And are you players that, first of all, look at it and say, the losses kind of stick out more than the wins do, and how do you use those to motivate you after going up against a very good Ramsey team in the semis? How do you kind of let that motivate you this offseason to propel you into the 2024 campaign?
Yeah, so I'm sure everybody on our team still thinks about that Ramsey game. Everybody wanted to win. Y'all wanted it. Didn't happen. We're going to do our best to get back there this year. We're just going to be the best team we can be and get better every single day.
I think there's a lot of expectations outside the football team, like people looking inside at the football team. The losses that stick out to me the most are the ones where we were too focused on our opponent, and we weren't worried about ourselves, and it got the best of us. And we took a loss in the middle of the season against Arab, and I think after that loss, that's what really made the team focus, and that's what brought us to the third round of the playoffs.
Yeah, the Ramsey game, we're just like working to get over that hump. When you make it that far, you just like feel like you have to get back there, and it sits with you longer than not making it that far. So that making it that far, that's what's motivating us this whole summer, this whole year, just to get back that far and just get over that hump.
Yeah, losing in the semis against Ramsey, that definitely hurt, but it's a new year. We just got to focus on ourselves and what we can do to get better as a team. That's just our focus for this year.
Coach, can you comment on your schedule? Of course, your 5A Region 8's a tough region, but outside the region, you've got Scottsboro, Fort Payne. Of course, you play Albertville at the end of the year. Could you just comment on your schedule this year?
Sure. We open up at Southside, who's a 6A team that made the playoffs last year. Then we go to Fort Payne. So I think Fort Payne's got one of the top quarterbacks returning, and Coach Elmore does a great job. Then we play two 7A teams in non-region. We play Grissom, and it's we got the oldest rivalry in the state to end with Albertville. If you look at our region, it's almost like every week's a rivalry game. We've got Brewer coming in, but then we've got Sardis and Douglas, Arab and Boaz. So to me, it's not like you're playing teams you don't see. Those are all just right up the road. So we're going to have a big crowd going, a big crowd at our place. We're fortunate to play in a region like that. All the teams are good. I feel like we've got a challenging non-region schedule as well.
Guys, a question for you. We've talked about the Guntersville tradition, one of the best traditions in North Alabama. What does it mean to you to be selected by coach, teammates, to be here to represent your school today?
Yeah, it means a lot to be here. We put forth the effort every day. We're leaders on the field. We try to make everybody better and just try to get better every single day.
It means a lot to be able to step up to the plate and be your position and put on for your team and your teammates and be a leader, especially for the younger guys, because they're looking up to us just like we looked up to the seniors when we were freshmen.
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, we got 18 seniors, and they're all good, and we're all and it means a lot to be up here as these four. So that's really a lot.
Yeah, it means a lot. Coach believed in me. He really thought I was a leader, so that's why I'm here today. And my goal is just to be an influence on the younger guys that are next up when I leave.
I think that in any really good football team, your most talented players need to be your hardest workers. And I've stressed this over and over with the guys. It doesn't matter what you've done. If your teammates don't see that you're not making the most of your ability, you can't be a leader. So it doesn't come with words. It comes with actions. That comes from how do you run 110s, how do you act in the weight room, and these guys know that there's a lot of eyes looking at them.
Okay, guys, I'm going to ask you the question I asked the others for our last question today. Talk about team goals for this year's Wildcats team and individual goals that you guys may have for this season, your senior year.
Yeah, we just want to be the best team we can be together, and I just want to push my teammates as hard as I can to make them better.
As a team, we don't have goals against anybody else. It's just us. Every week, we don't want to focus on that team. We want to focus on ourselves, and that's what gets us to where we need to get to.
Yeah, the team goal is just, be the best team we can be, inside the locker room, do whatever we can do to make the team better and whatever. And I don't have a personal goal, the game's not won by one person, it's won by everybody on the field. Everybody gets to run that out of that tunnel, so, you really don't have a personal goal, it's all together.
Our team goals are obviously just to be the best team that we can be, as win as many games as possible, and it takes 11 people on offense and 11 people on defense. So that's just our goal. And my personal goals are just to be a better player than I was last year, and just be a better person, because football is not going to be here forever. So that's just my goals.
All right, guys, we appreciate it. Coach, good luck this year to the Guntersville Wildcats. Thanks for participating today. I'll speak to that.
Thank you.